Hello. Let's see if we got the right setup here. You're going to kind of be able to see the light in the background, but who cares? What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me again here for another episode of Mindset Mondays, where we take steps to ensure that we are in the right frame of mind for our week so that we can obviously start the week off on a good foot. We can make sure that we're manifesting all the amazing things that we want for ourselves and and continue the momentum of all the good things that we have put into our vortex, so to speak, if you follow Abraham Hicks or your Q. It's the place where all of the manifestations, all of the good things that you are waiting to come into alignment with are just kind of hanging out. They're being held in vibrational, what's the word I want to use? Escrow, I guess. Purgatory is a worse word, but it kind of has the same connotation. They're being held there. They're waiting for you. You're not waiting for them. They're waiting for you to come into alignment with them so that they can show up in your life. So this week I had some exciting, you can't see my shirt. I wanted you to see my shirt because my shirt is part of my story today. Let's go just a little bit down there. So, sorry, my phone is going off. Somebody really wants to get a hold of me. This weekend, I'm doing my Monday, okay, my live, so stop messaging me. This weekend, a few things happened. First of all, my show, Roxy Talks, hit the official 1-year mark, so happy birthday, Roxy Talks. It's been a year since I have been sharing with you here on YouTube, and it's really been amazing. The momentum is really picking up, and I'm just getting new people reaching out to me every day, asking questions and needing guidance, and please continue to do so because that's what I'm here for. And your questions and your concerns help me shape the content that I put out. So I make sure that I'm giving you exactly what you need. So another thing that happened this weekend is yesterday was my official 30-day mark of my 30 days of alignment. I spent 30 days being completely as completely positive as I absolutely could be. I mean, I know I can do better, but that's not the point. The point is that, like, I'm working on it. It's a journey. I'm doing it. It is becoming who I am, and it is having profound effects on my life. And even just in the fact that I'm able to choose positive reactions. I'm able to choose positive emotions. And I think more importantly is what has happened is that I'm able to recognize in the moment when I am spiraling on negativity, when I'm letting negative thoughts take hold, and being able to catch them and then flip them into something better, or at least reach for the next best feeling thought, and then from there reach for the next best feeling thought, and so on and so forth. So yesterday was my 30 days. Today is day 31, which means I'm going for 60, and then I'm going for 90, and then who knows, because this is a train that cannot stop. We have momentum going. We're going full speed ahead in the right direction in our lives, and it's only going to be for the better. I do want to tell you about today's topic. Oh, there's one more thing. I am going to be hosting my first workshop. The details are still being planned out, but it is going to be the very first one. I'm super excited. So if you're interested in doing a manifestation workshop with me, please let me know. I will contact you in private, so to kind of work out details and give you more information there. But again, if you're interested in coming to my very first workshop, please let me know. There will be details and prices and all that stuff coming soon. So back to Mindset Monday, blocking your manifestations. I wanted to talk about an experience I had this weekend, again, of course, with my manifestations, and you'll hear from the story that I tell how I blocked them and in what ways they still came through. So this last weekend was my favorite band in the entire world, Coheed and Cambria. Shout out, I love you. Best band in the whole world. I've seen them now 20 times. That was my 20th concert this weekend. And I decided that for this concert, I was going to manifest seeing the lead singer of the band. His name is Claudio Sanchez. He is my idol. I love this man. I have his autograph on my arm. I've had his autograph for probably like 10 years. I love this band. So I decided that with my manifestation powers and my newfound, positivity and techniques, that I was going to manifest meeting him or seeing him backstage or whatever before the show, even though I didn't have VIP tickets, even though I didn't buy tickets to the meet and greet. I just decided I was going to see him. I've met him before. I've met him a couple times, but this was years and years ago. So I decided that since I'm this powerful, magical creature who has been working on her own power for 30 days, that I'm going to manifest this motherfucker, and that was my plan. So I visualized a few scenes. I visualized myself actually seeing him and saying whatever. I visualized conversations saying, oh, I saw Claudio. I met Claudio again. I got to talk to Claudio. And I also visualized, I have this thing that I sing with him in my, like we'll sing like harmonies and stuff together. I love this man. So then I visualized us singing stuff together in like at the meet and greet or whatever. I don't know. I'm weird. This is where my mind goes. So I knew that I had visualized this. I knew that I was trying to manifest it, but I was having doubts because, I'm a musician. I know how concerts go. I've been to plenty of them. And I know that like no huge musician is going to be just hanging out, a few minutes before the show talking to people. So I had doubts creeping in and I had to really like fight them and just be like, no, I'm meeting Claudio. I create my own world. This is my world. This is here for me. It's going to happen. Well, the day of the show, just like, I don't know why, but I always get major anxiety before shows, especially my own shows. If I'm playing, I really get bad anxiety. But even with other shows and bands, I don't know why I get like really bad anxiety. I guess I get super anxious. I don't know if it's the anticipation of like all those people, if it's the anticipation of like, I know I have to be there for like 6 hours and I can't leave because the people I'm waiting to see aren't playing for a while. And part of that makes me feel trapped. I have a huge issue with being trapped or like confined. So I don't know what it is, but I started getting anxious as I do normally. And in the car, like in the parking lot getting ready, I just was like freaking out. I'll be super 100% transparent. What started was because I was like trying to bring my weed into the venue because I have to deal with all those people. Obviously, I want to see my favorite band like calm and like enjoying myself. So I started freaking out about trying to get my weed into the venue. I don't know. I'm 35 years old. Like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, I'm freaking out. My husband's trying to calm me down. I know that I'm blocking myself from all the amazing things. I know that I'm there to have like the time of my life because I love this band to death and the venue was beautiful and I got my weed in. I visualized myself getting my weed in and like being able to smoke at the venue and like chill and calm down. And it happened. It worked seamlessly. There was not an issue, of course, and I was just freaking out for no reason. So then I was kind of just trying to calm myself back down, get back into receiving mode of good things, and just like really relishing in the fact that I was seeing my favorite people. I was going to get to see my favorite music and just enjoying my time on this planet with something that brings me immense joy, which is this band. So we're doing whatever. We're just hanging. And we're like, let's go check our seats out. We get to our seats and this girl that we were supposed to be sitting next to, she had her purse on the ground, like next to her, but she had it like, it was like fully in front of my seat. And my husband was supposed to sit next to them, but he let me go first, of course. And the purse was like fully in front of my seat. And I go to like sit down and she like looks at me, looks down at her purse, sees where it is, and then just looks back at the concert and doesn't fucking do anything. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? Like, do I be a bitch? Do I kick her purse? Do I say, excuse me, can you move your fucking purse? Like, you rude ass bitch. All of these things are going through my mind. And I just hovered over to my husband and was just like laughing with him and just like saying like, I can't believe this bitch won't move her purse. Like, and I keep being met with instances. This is like the third instance in the last few days where I've been in my mind like, you better man the fuck up. You're an adult. You're 35 years old. Tell this bitch to move her purse. You paid for your seat too. She does not get to have her shit in your space and then you have to be uncomfortable for the show. That's not how it works. But I didn't want to. I had to sit next to her. I didn't want to. I didn't want to say something rude. She was younger. I didn't want to like, come off as scary or anything like that. So I just like stood there and kind of thought about it. I just tried to like enjoy myself. And then I was like, you know what? Let's go to the bathroom. And when we come back, Chris can fucking sit next to her and he can ask her to move her purse. So we go out. We're doing our thing or whatever, and we just kind of meandering around the venue and calming down, and everything's fine. We go back and he sits down. She kind of moves her purse. Everything works out. We calm down some more. And then we're just sitting there and we're just like, I feel like I have to go to the bath. Like we'd already gone to the bathroom. I know I'm giving you grave detail here, but I want you to understand the unfolding of how it worked. We had already gone to the bathroom, and then we're like, I feel like I have to go to the bathroom again. And he's like, you too? So we get up, we go to the bathroom. We're walking around the venue. We go around the other side. We hadn't gone through this other side. It was like you could go like all the way around the venue. We were only going on this one half. So we went the other way out. We're walking, and we get like to the back of where the stage area is, and fucking Claudio was there. He just was walking from like one section to the stage. So he was about to, he was incognito. He has this massive, beautiful, luxurious mermaid hair. I know it sounds crazy. You have to see him. Claudio Sanchez, he's a freaking god. This beautiful hair. And so he had all his hair tucked in a hoodie because obviously he couldn't walk through his own show with his hair out because that's how people recognize him. But he had his little hoodie on. He looked all cute, just his little face sticking out. And he was just saying hi to somebody. And I was like, fuck, there's Claudio right there. Like, I was probably 10 seconds away from being that person. So after that happened, I was right there. I saw him. He was maybe like 10 feet away from me. I got to see him. I got that like, oh fuck, I saw Claudio. Like, my manifestation happened, kind of. I saw him. I knew I would see him. I told myself I would see him. But this is what really was interesting to me to watch unfold is how much I had blocked by my energy being all like fucking erratic and uncomfortable. But at the same time, my manifestation still came through. So there was this, it's interesting that like, I guess I've always thought that maybe if you're blocking it, you're blocking it. But it appears that it was already set in motion. I was going to see him. I told myself I was going to see him. And even though I had doubts about whether or not he would be, not backstage during that time or whatever it was, I still was led to the point. I was led to the place where he was out there, not on stage, not being Claudio, or not being, the band guy, but just being a person walking to his show. And I just think it's really cool. I mean, yeah, of course I would have loved to have been like, hey, Claudio, good to see you again. He would have been like, hey, stranger person. But he's so friendly, and I know whatever. But just seeing him, and like someone else got to say hi to him, and just like I basically witnessed that. I witnessed someone else being like, hey, Claudio. And I was like kind of behind that person. So I still took it as my manifestation worked because it worked. It worked. If I had been there 10 seconds earlier, maybe if I hadn't been tripping about that girl's purse for so long, like who knows what it was. Maybe if I hadn't been freaking out about getting my weed in the venue for 10 seconds less, that would have been me. But the point of it is that even though I was blocking it, I knew I was blocking, and I knew that I was being uncomfortable. I knew that what I was doing wasn't going to help. So I really worked on bringing myself back down and getting myself back into alignment with all of the good things. And it still came to pass. The manifestation still happened. So this is why it's so important for us to make sure that we're choosing the good emotions and following our bliss and feeling elation and basking in the good things, because your things are out there. They're there for you to grab. And the fact that you're saying this is going to happen, it makes it happen. But then if you don't do your part and show up the way that you're supposed to show up, the manifestation just kind of like, it just goes out. It just goes out into the ether. So be really conscious of not only the manifestations that you're creating, obviously, because they will replicate, that's how it works, but also be conscious of your receiving mode and being receptive to everything that's good. Because I knew I knew I was going to a place where I was being receiving mode the whole time. And I knew that I had a manifestation I was working on, and I still had problems. I still had issues keeping that mental place. And this was my 29th day. So I've been working on it for 30 days. I know how hard it is because, I'm experiencing it myself. I'm experiencing it with you. But that was just really reassuring to me to show, like, even if I'm not fully there, my manifestations still come to pass. But if I'm not there to receive them, they just go off. They bounce off. They go into the ether. They become someone else's manifestation. All of these things happen. So getting yourself to that point where you can flip into receiving mode, flip into those good feeling thoughts, block the negativity out is crucial if you want your things to come about in the way that you described them to the universe, in the way that you have chosen for them to come about. So my advice to you would be, well, I can only advise you to do what I've done because that's all I know, which is 30 days of alignment. Start there. That's the first place to start. Start with a week. Now that I'm finished with my 30 days, I will be putting together a free guide, a free 30-day challenge for you to do at home. And I will also be offering a workshop to help you implement. I'll be there for you as far as moral support and kind of guidance and showing you, yeah, you're doing this good, but I would say work on this, kind of helping you steer through it. I'm thinking of making it a 30-day workshop. I've thought about doing a 1-day workshop, and I've thought about doing a 30-day. The reason why I want you to contact me if you're interested in doing the workshop is because I would love to hear your opinion. I would love to hear if you would you like a 1-day, like full day course, or do you want a 4-week, like 1 day a week, where we discuss and we kind of go along shorter pieces, and then you have tasks to work on throughout the week, and then we come back together, we convene, and we talk about what went well, what didn't go well, and how we can corral it. I personally, just saying it out loud, I think that's more effective. I think you're going to get a lot more use or a lot more skill and knowledge out of it that way if I'm there to guide you for the 30 days, but we can still get a lot done in a 1-day workshop. So if you're interested in learning how to get a hold of your emotions and your feelings, choose the good emotions, choose the good feelings, manifest the things in the way that you want them to come about, so that you're not, like, I was kind of in autopilot mode. I wasn't in autopilot mode. I was aware of what I was doing, but I also almost had no control over my emotions. My anxiety was just like all over the place. So again, your manifestations will happen. It's just, do you want them to happen randomly and in weird ways, or do you want them to happen by the book, the way that you describe them to the universe? That's what's important, because I would have liked to actually said hi to Claudio. It's okay that I didn't. It'll happen again. I know it will, because obviously that just happened to this weekend. But it's all good on the horizon. We have so much power within us, and we don't realize it. And we get these glimpses of it every now and then, and they make us feel like, oh, wow, I did something amazing. But then we just slip back into regular old, I'm a human life, and I'm a human thought processes, and things are hard, and the laws of physics and all that shit that limits us on this planet. So it takes a lot of work. It takes more than 30 days to get a handle on it. But after 30 days, during 30 days, it makes a significant difference. So if you're interested in joining my 30-day challenge for free, or joining my workshop where I will work with you personally to actually get to the nitty-gritty of what you are working on, please let me know. Reach out to me and tell me a little bit about your situation, and we can kind of go from there. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Thank you guys so much.